Welcome to English Listening Channel.
Hello, everyone. Today's story is called How to Think in English. In this video, you will listen to a natural conversation between two friends, Kai and Sara. Kai is learning English, and Sara is very good at English. She teaches him a simple and powerful method for thinking in English without translating. This is one of the most important skills for becoming fluent. I will speak slowly and clearly, so please relax, listen carefully, and try to understand the flow of the conversation. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Hey, Sarah, I saw you in the study lounge earlier. You looked like you were grading something.
Oh, I was reviewing some materials, but I also noticed you at the next table. You looked super focused.
Yeah, I was going through some English vocabulary. I've been trying harder lately.
I could see that. But actually, I spotted something interesting while you were reading.
Interesting? What did I do this time?
Your lips were moving just a little while you were reading silently.
What? Seriously? That sounds embarrassing.
Don't worry. It's not a bad thing. It's just something many learners do.
So, why was I doing that?
Usually, it means you're translating in your head, English to Japanese and back again.
Okay, yeah, you caught me. That's exactly what I was doing.
I figured. I used to do the exact same thing before my English got better.
Wait, really? You?
Yes, everyone starts somewhere. But Kai, if you want to level up, you'll need to break that habit.
So, it really slows me down, doesn't it?
A lot. You're basically doing double processing.
That explains why I feel tired after only 20 minutes of reading.
Right. Translating everything uses a lot of mental energy.
So, what do I do then?
You train yourself to think in English directly.
It sounds powerful, but honestly, it feels impossible.
I get it. But trust me, it's not impossible at all.
Did you really struggle with the same thing before?
Oh, yes. Let me give you an example. When someone asked me, "What did you eat for breakfast?" my brain did this. 1. Translate the question. 2. Think of my answer in Japanese. 3. Translate my answer back to English. 4. Then finally speak.
Wow, that's literally what I do.
And because of that, I always answered a few seconds late.
Same here. People think I'm hesitating or unsure.
You're not unsure. You're just busy inside your head.
That actually makes me feel better.
Good, because once you switch to thinking in English, it feels like your brain gets lighter and conversations flow naturally. Let's start with the method. It has 5 levels.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Level 1 is simple. Think in single English words. When you see something, just name it. Cup, chair, phone, bag.
Not, this is a cup, just cup, right?
Exactly. You're teaching your brain to access English without translation.
Bed, curtain, coffee, notebook.
Yes, keep going. Do this throughout the day, silently. Wake up. Bed. Open fridge. Milk. Commuting. Train.
It's like putting English labels on the world.
Perfect explanation. That's exactly it.
Okay, next level?
Level 2 is adding adjectives. Hot coffee. Small table. Bright sky. Cold water.
Oh, that feels more fun, like painting images in English.
Yes, you're building descriptive ability.
Soft pillow, warm soup, quiet morning.
You're doing great. Your brain is already shifting. Level 3 is simple sentences in present tense, narrating your actions. I'm walking. I'm studying. I'm writing.
Okay, I'm talking with Sarah right now.
And I'm teaching Kai this method.
This actually feels pretty natural.
It will feel more and more natural every week. This stage is important for building grammar patterns. Level 4, now you think in the past and future.
This one sounds more difficult.
It's a big jump, but it really opens your English mind. I woke up early. I studied yesterday. I'll read later. I'm going to cook tonight.
Okay, I woke up late today. I'll review English after dinner.
Perfect. You're giving English a timeline. And before you sleep, do a mental English diary. Today, I went here. I did that. I felt like this. It's incredibly effective.
So, what's level 5?
Level 5 is thinking in complex thoughts. Opinions, feelings, ideas, plans.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. I want to go for a run, but if it's too cold later, I might stay home and stretch instead.
That's like a full internal conversation in English.
Yes, when you can do that, you're truly thinking in English, no translation involved.
That sounds amazing, like a new brain mode.
That's exactly how it feels.
But what if I forget a word while I'm thinking in English? It happens to me a lot, especially with everyday items.
That's completely normal. When that happens, just describe the word using the English you already know.
Describe it?
Yes. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, you can think, the cold box where I keep food.
Oh, so I don't have to panic or stop thinking. I can just go around the word and explain it.
Exactly. It's like taking a detour. You still reach the meaning. And actually, this skill helps you become more flexible and communicative in real conversations.
That makes sense. Sometimes I freeze because I'm trying to remember one exact word.
Most learners do. But you don't need perfect vocabulary to express yourself. Communication is the real goal.
Okay, next question. What if my internal grammar is wrong? I mean, inside my thoughts.
That's totally fine, Kai. Everyone's internal grammar is messy at the beginning.
Really?
Yes, your brain gradually fixes grammar naturally as you get more input and keep thinking in English.
So I don't need to force myself to think perfectly.
Not at all. If you try too hard to be perfect, you'll slow yourself down. It's better to keep thinking, keep flowing, and let accuracy grow over time.
Okay, last question. How long will this whole process take for someone like me? I want to know what to expect.
If you practice every day, even just a little, I'd say around 4 to 6 months to feel comfortable thinking in English.
4 to 6 months? Honestly, that's shorter than I thought.
And remember, it's not a straight line. Some days you'll feel amazing, some days slower, but little by little, it builds up.
That actually makes me feel more confident.
Good. And there's this magical moment. You'll be doing something simple, like cooking or walking, and suddenly you'll realize you just had a whole thought in English without translating.
Wow, I really want that moment. It sounds incredible.
You'll get it, Kai. I'm sure of it. Just keep going. I've seen many learners reach that point, and you can too.
Sarah, seriously, thank you. I feel like I finally understand what I've been doing wrong, or maybe what I should be doing instead.
You're welcome, Kai. And honestly, nothing you did was actually wrong. You just didn't have the right method before. Now you do.
That makes me feel better. Okay, level 1 starts today. Chair, table, cup, pen, maybe window, bag, notebook.
See? You're already getting into it. That's a perfect start.
It's strange, but this actually feels exciting now. Like learning English suddenly became more playful.
It should feel exciting. When you start thinking in English, the whole world becomes easier to understand. It's like unlocking a new mode in your brain.
Yeah, for the first time, I feel like I can actually do this.
You absolutely can. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. If you get stuck or frustrated, I'm here. Just ask anytime.
I really appreciate that, Sarah. It helps knowing I'm not doing this by myself.
Of course, we're in this together.
Then I guess I'm starting this new habit officially.
Good. Let's make it happen.
How was it? I hope you enjoyed today's story and learned something useful about thinking in English. Remember, you can start with small steps. Just one word, one phrase, one sentence. If you keep practicing every day, your English thinking will grow naturally, just like Sarah explained. We will continue making slow and clear English videos to help you listen, shadow, and improve a little bit every day. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more helpful stories and lessons. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.